Yeah, you're a writer. You tell me, what should this edition of 58 Keys be called? Because previously, right, there was an edition that was all about those little extras on a Mac that you might not have come across, but which help us as writers. I mean, really help us as writers. And then there was another edition about more of those. This is the third. You don't need to have seen the previous two. Apple just needs to stop making so many little twiddles on the Mac that are brilliant for us. Whatever we call this, let me show you 5 more Mac tips for writers. Hello, I'm William Gallagher and this is 58 Keys, which, as ever, as always, is for writers like you and me who use and who write on Macs and iPhones and iPads. Do subscribe or support 58 Keys on Patreon because there's so much to talk about. There's always so much to talk about. Partly because, all right, there seem to be a ceaseless number of things that Macs do for writers. Admittedly, also, I do love this stuff and I can't shut up. That has to be a factor. But yeah, I'm practicing being concise. Okay, all right, so tell you what, let's be quick. In no particular order, here are 5 things I really want you to know if you don't already. First one, Command L. There you go. Told you I'd be concise. That's it. Command L. You're sitting at your Mac, you're in Safari or Chrome or Edge or any browser not yet invented. Press Command L. I think of it as L for leap because the cursor leaps up to the address bar. That's all. But compare and contrast. I'm on a website. I want to go to another website. That's my day. I can take my hand off the keyboard, find the trackpad in my case, or maybe a mouse in yours, move the cursor up to the address bar, click on it, perhaps slowly delete whatever's already written there, and then start typing the address of the new site, or Command L, start typing the new site. Because the cursor doesn't just leap up to the address bar, whatever is there gets automatically selected. So if you now start typing the new address, boom, everything that was there is immediately deleted for you as you type. And actually, often you don't want to go to an entirely new site. Maybe you're moving quickly to a different section of this one and it's, Command L, tap, everything is highlighted, tap the right arrow key, and now the old site address stays there, your cursor's at the end, and you can just delete back to get rid of the bits that you want to change. Command L, every browser. You can do this in every browser, and I don't think any of them tell you that you can. Lately, I don't know why this has come up lately, but I've been asked to provide references to quite a few different people in different things, and in every case, what tends to happen is I get sent a PDF form to fill out and sign. You could, and in the past I have, printed out a PDF and got one of those, those pen things you hear about, a black ink pen, whatever. Sign, and then I would scan the signed PDF and then I would email back the PDF file, whatever. Or you can just do this. Open the PDF in preview, choose the tools menu, then annotate, then signature, then the first time, nothing. Create on manage signatures if you've never done this before, then on create signature. A couple of options here, but possibly the easiest and most accurate is to use that pen thing. Now you found it, write your signature on a piece of white paper, unlined white paper, and then let preview scan it in. No difference there between really that and what you used to do, but once you've done it once, then that tools, annotate, signature, pick the signature you want, done. There you go. Alphabet. He won't mind my using his signature, I'm sure. Prepare to be shocked as much as you can be. Look, this is a folder, but so is this. This is a folder for everything to do with a book I wrote about blogging. Let me put a link to that in below. But anyway, instead of the usual blue icon that you're so familiar with, this folder is actually the book's cover image. You can change any folder to look like anything, and you can do it on your Mac as it stands now. You don't have to buy anything extra. First, you just prepare your image, right? I mean, it's going to be pretty small when it's a folder. So what you need to think about is, what will you be able to see for it? But actually, apart from, desire to make it look nice, there's nothing forcing you to do anything more. You don't have to prepare the image to specific pixel sizes, none of that. Just get an image. Click to select the existing folder and press Command I for information, or you could choose the file menu and get info. Now click on your image and drag it up to here, the top left of the get info pane, where there's that icon of a folder, and as you hover over it, you get a green plus sign. Let go. It takes a moment, but after a moment, that folder icon changes to whatever you've decided. Yeah, back to websites and browsers for a moment. Okay, you see some text that you want to keep a copy of, so you select it. Now, right-click, choose Add to Quick Note. Done. That text and a link back to that text on this website have just been saved for you in Apple Notes. Yeah, one odd thing actually about it, when you do this, Notes opens, I mean, maybe this is a bug and it's only happening on the version of macOS Ventura I've got, but you open Notes, you follow this thing, you click the link, Notes opens, you expect to see the note, of course, and well, I don't. However, if you then click in there in the Quick Notes section, off you pop, there it is, there's the thing saved the way it should be. Last one for this set of 5 writing tips for writers. I hesitated there because there were 5 before. Was it 5? Yeah, there's a lot of these, but last one for this set of 5 Mac tips for writers. And actually, funny enough, it's related again to websites and copying text. Really, you know that you can copy out text from just about anywhere, not everywhere. There are PDFs on sites that just won't let you for some reason and somehow. I don't know why, but really in practice, anywhere you go, whatever you see, select any text, copy, done. But it's when you go to paste that text that there's a problem. And I know you've seen this. You've got a nicely formatted document or note or just really anything you've written that's neat, and you paste in the text you've just copied and it looks dreadful. Because the Mac is trying to paste in both the text and the formatting that text had on the website or in the book that you copied from. To fix that though, instead of Command V to paste, press Command Shift Option V. It's going to break your hand trying to press those keys, but which actually makes it a pity it doesn't always work, doesn't it? You go to that trouble, fixes it almost all sorts of times, but it doesn't always work. I mean, yeah, most of the time it pastes what's called plain unformatted text. Some apps do help out. They let you use just Command Shift V, which is a whole one fewer key to press, but actually just the shape it is handier. And if all fails, most Mac apps provide a menu option that's typically called Paste and Match style, and that will do it as well. You would want that last one to work all the time. You'd want it to be consistency is all we ask. And actually, to be consistent, to mean that I don't have to stop thinking what works in this app and doesn't work in another. To stop me having to do that, I actually get around that when I do have a third-party app that does it for me. I use a thing called Alfred 5. I mean, it's a clipboard manager, so more than just pasting with the formatting I do or don't want. It lets me see all of the last things I've copied and pasted, and then lets me choose to paste them in as unformatted text if I want. But that's it. 58 Keys has now covered every Mac writer's tip there is, except for the others. There's a link below to the 2 previous tip editions, but I can feel it. There's going to be more to come. And actually, when they do, there will also be a link to those when they're done. I want to tell you them all now, but I haven't found them all now. Maybe we should work together on this. You tell me I'm actually going to say this aloud. Tell me your favourite Mac shortcuts. Yes, I've said it aloud. It's just you and me here. I once had this thing where I enthused to somebody about my favourite Adobe Photoshop keystroke. I was in a newsroom. She looked at me, the whole newsroom looked, even I looked at me for that. But when something's useful, yeah, tell me in the comments below, please, if there's something you know about Mac writing tips that I can then steal for myself and that we can talk about further on 58 Keys things. Tell you what, before you do that, take a look at the 58 Keys channel page on YouTube, link below, and you'll see a playlist of all the Mac writer tips that I've done so far and later that I will do. That sounds very timey-wimey. I will add to that playlist. How's that? But for now, that's it for this edition of 58 Keys. Thank you very much for watching. Now take care of yourself, write more, and I'll see you soon.